Welcome back. Granddaughter to oil magnate J. Paul Getty, our guest has been busy establishing her own empire. She's an actress, chef, writer, yoga guru, and environmental activist. And today, she's here to share her passion for something close to her heart, pregnancy. We're so fortunate to have Anna Getty with us today and for our California profile. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
And I have to say congratulations. We just got to get it out there that you are pregnant.
I am indeed. About 7 months now with my second.
Oh, it's wonderful news. You look amazing.
Thank you.
And, you know, part of our California profile is to find people that, you know, raised in California or living in California and doing remarkable things, which is exactly what you're doing. But give us a little bit of background of how that shaped what you're doing now.
Well, I'm German-born and California-bred through and through. Sometimes people say to me, well, you have an accent, a German accent. And I say, no, I have a California accent.
But we don't have an accent in California.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel such a connection here to nature, to the environment, to all the beautiful things in California, and that's really shaped who I am. I really feel that appreciation for this wonderful state just shows up in my essence. So,
as far as giving back, I mean, was that something that you learned from your family?
I think it's just something I was born with. I know that my mom it's played a very important role for her, and she was a hippie and she was very against establishment and was much more about being of service and being connected to nature and being a good mom. So
did she turn you on to like organics, healthy eating?
She did. Yeah. Very much so. Much to my dismay as a child. It was a lot of slicing off pieces of tofu in these big buckets of water at the health food store at the time, and lentil loaves, and we had a beautiful little vegetable and herb garden, and although I fought it at the time, here I am an adult and it's all coming back.
Back before it was cool.
Yeah.
Now it's trendy. That was probably before its time.
Yeah, and growing up, I was always hoping that it would be much more mainstream. So I'm glad that it is mainstream, and I'm also glad that I can move that along.
Is that one of the reasons you started Pregnancy Awareness Month?
Pregnancy Awareness Month is definitely what I consider part of my service, but it's also what I'm really interested in. During my first pregnancy, I learned so much, and I also noticed that there were a lot of women coming into my prenatal class, because during my first pregnancy I was already teaching, that still were so much in the dark. And I thought, well, why not create a campaign that celebrates pregnancy and is also a platform of information, reliable information, and to help empower women to take back that power and say, I'm going to own my pregnancy, and I'm going to own being an intuitive, strong, beautiful mother. And
you have 4 basically initiatives, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the campaign's the entire month of May, and there's an initiative for each week of the month. We have education, exercise, nutrition, wellness, and nurturing. So we've partnered with wonderful experts. Every expert has a week that they promote, and we have a wonderful newsletter that I encourage your viewers to sign up for. And
what are some of the things that, after starting it last year, this is the second year, honestly, I'm amazed that we haven't had Pregnancy Awareness Month. We have a month for everything else, I think, but Pregnancy Awareness Month. But what are some of the things that really shocks you when you find out people aren't educated on, or just something that you found?
Gosh, for example, I'm always surprised when women come to me and say, well, it's okay to eat fish. My doctor said it's okay to eat fish. And the protein is definitely great, but there's mercury in all fish now. So my doctor says to me, if I hand you a glass of, that has a little bit of a poison, another glass with a lot of poison, which one would you pick? And I say, well, neither. And he said, okay, so don't eat any fish. Mm-hmm. So in a positive way, I'm not going to be the way he is, but in a positive way, I want to say there are other options, and I want you to find what's right for you.
So really a resource for anybody that's pregnant or looking to be pregnant. They can go to the website and they can ask questions, get information, and also you have events.
Yes, we at the beginning of May we have a kickoff event called Motherhood Begins Now, and then I have a workshop called Your Empowered Pregnancy at the end of the month, and then all of our wonderful partners are reaching out on the internet. So every year it's going to keep growing.
And this is something international. that
Right
you're
now
hoping-
it's national,
Yes.
and the goal is, of course, for it to be international. So we're starting, you know, also in a grassroots way to really get out there, and we'll see what happens over time.
And I know you're very busy. On top of everything else we listed in your intro, you're also an author and you're working on several books. So we would love to have you back on our show to talk about those books and
Great.
other things that you're doing. And I think it's a wonderful cause. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
My pleasure.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.